Is who's serious and who's not. Hello, 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 hello. What is good, people? It's your boy Fadlan, aka Ninja T, with my co-host, Mr. Harding, who is your internet okay? Is he back? I think he's just connecting. We've got a special guest today. Would you like to say hello, sir?
I guess it's me.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. I've got my co-founder as well, Karen, here in case he gets into the tech. Hey mate, you're right. So yeah, absolutely. So first of all, thanks again for the invitation, for the competition, for the opportunity. So it's been great. And
likewise,
it's always great to just meet you guys because it's really helpful. It's really nice to having just a chat with you. Yeah, I think let's just give a quick overview of what we're doing.
We're not too much because we've not done the disclaimer.
Let's do a discllaimer first.
Disclaimer. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's introduce our guest after the disclaimer. Okay, so quick disclaimer. First of all, it's currently 3 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Friday, the 16th of June, 2023, one day after my 28th birthday. Appreciate all the birthday messages. So this is called NFT Fridays, which is a weekly Friday webinar every single Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK time, respectively. So if you'd like to join this show live, check within your time zones. We've got people from the Caribbean, people from America, people from all over the world tuning into this beautiful weekly webinar. We've been doing it for over a year now, so we have hundreds of free NFT education out now. Check out the YouTube replays. We appreciate the YouTube comments. Let's get Blockchain Sensei to 1,000 subscribers. Now, before getting into the nitty-gritty of this webinar, quick disclaimer, as with all our webinars, all content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, and place any trades. Please always do your own what, guys? What's the important R word?
Research.
Yes, sir. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. Please always pay your bills and debts before making any investments. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. I'm not a professional advisor. Special guest, Mr. Harding. Are any of you guys financial advisors?
Nope.
No, sir. Alternatively, independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our show and every other show on YouTube, mind you. Do you wish to rely upon whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise? All investments come with what, guys?
Risk.
Yes, sir. So always do your own research, and either myself, Mr. Harding, anybody in this room, anybody who's ever been on NFC Fridays has ever been a financial advisor, or if they were, they didn't reveal themselves. And we definitely don't intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we're working in collaboration with several accredited financial advisors with a fancy piece of paper. And if you're unable to mitigate your risk, get in touch with us. Send us a DM at blockchain.sensei or tweet us at blockchainsen. Ask for a financial advisor, and we will refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Now I'm going to pass this over to my co-founder and co-host, Mr. Harding, who will subsequently introduce our special guest.
Yeah, so wondering why the noise might be a bit chunky. It's because I'm traveling. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir. If I need to take over, I'll take over. But obviously, you invited.
As long as you can hear me, it's all good. So Tiziano is a gentleman we've been watching in the background for a while. He actually tried to enter our hackathon that we had on behalf of Nia, the Gameball jam, and was unsuccessful in applying. He just couldn't seem to get it to add. And then when we extended the deadline to include more university students, he still couldn't get it. And when we extended the deadline again, he finally got in. So we've declared Tiziano the winner of the hackathon, and Jackboxgame.app, just simply because I think it's very unlikely, very, very, very unlikely that anyone's going to be able to compete with what he's built out and entered into the competition. So yeah, what does he win? He wins 20 hours worth of he wins exclusive access to 3D, which is the procedural modeling software. He wins a session with WeConnect, which is Cornell Cott's recruitment company. So if he's looking to hire anything like that, he can get that value from him. And then most importantly, he gets $500 worth of NIA, which has been transferred to him now. Tiziano, I'm going to make you host so you can share your screen and prove that we've actually sent that to you.
Okay, then we're gonna see this live because I haven't checked it yet. So we'll see this very live. Let's see. So should I? Okay.
Should be able to just share your screen.
Share my screen. All right. So yeah. Share my screen. I was here on YouTube. So we get to near wallet. Can I see this live? And this in this here. It's here. This is the
it's 496.6. Okay, so we owe you
motion
another,
of the blockchain. The motion of crypto. Gone down a little bit, maybe.
If you wait there, I'm going to send you another $10 live in a sec. If you keep that open. Okay, give me a sec. I'm just going to load it up on my end. Just turn my laptop on. Second. Oh, am I going to be able to do it before my laptop dies? Yeah. Get a hotspot.
It's gonna help us with development, with a little bit of marketing. So it's gonna be a nice boost for us to push it further.
Amazing.
Obviously, what we've submitted is, it's a build. It's a work in progress. We've got some advancements already. We've got some progression there since that build, and Karen here is working on it. But yeah, I think it's a nice help for sure to get us going. We have an alpha launch coming up soon, so in a couple of weeks we should release the full alpha version, which is going to be like a basic run through of the gameplay. So got that coming up, and yeah, and we just want to use this to keep going.
I hear that. Like, whilst I'm just waiting for my laptop's internet to connect, do you want to introduce a little bit about yourself and what got you into the augmented reality space?
Of course. So yeah, I'm the co-founder of Planet XR, which is a immersive technology and gaming startup company. So what we're working on is developing mainly at the moment augmented reality experiences. So we're trying to bring essentially interactive, immersive content into virtual interactive content into the real world. And our main project it's actually Jack. So website is Jackgame.app. And what we want to do with this is essentially creating a strategy game on top of the real world. So we want to allow players to compete for the control of real world pieces of land, real world tiles. And yeah, basically they can compete with each other, they can take control of these tiles and then build on top of them, develop them into their own economies. So you can essentially take control of a piece of the real world and build on top of it your own like defensive tower, your lab to upgrade your characters, your farm to actually farm resources, and so on and so forth. So it will become like your own realm into the real world. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
My laptop's died, so I'm having to need the extra 10 after I wasn't quick enough. So sorry.
No worries at all. We can come back to this later, I guess.
Yeah.
I can share it again later. But yeah, that's
perfect.
that's the case.
But yeah, if you want to go to your website to kind of give a bit of a visual.
For sure, we can do that. We can do that. So yeah, we have here a bit of some like early stuff that we've developed, something that you've seen in the build as well. So yeah, we can watch the trailer. Actually, it's just quite cool. It gives a nice, I think, overview of what we're trying to do. So yeah, we're trying to build to bring essentially these characters, build interactive buildings, items into the real world through augmented reality, and upon players minting them on chain, this will all be digital assets. They will all be on chain. They will all be tradable on the blockchain. So you will have the possibility to essentially trade these assets and monetize as well. So what we really want to do is, what we really want to push is actually bringing creators, digital creators on board. So we're trying to encourage them to create assets and then release them onto the marketplace and potentially monetize as well. So we really want a parallel world of virtual experiences which are player generated, you know. So these are a few of our characters. So there will be NFTs as well. So you will need to collect like a number of components to then mint them into an actual playable characters, and these components can be found from around the real world and can also be picked up from remote if you're playing, you know, not at the actual location. So we're kind of a semi-location based game, I would say. You can play at the actual location, which will be encouraged, of course, but you can also play from remote, so you can move around the real world map from anywhere in the world, and you can take control of any tile of land from around the world. So yeah, we really want to, you know, create this development, this land development with virtual productive buildings. We're trying to do something new. Actually, we're trying to you know, bring together like immersive experiences. So this AR component, we're trying to create a world that keeps evolving. That's why Evolve Games. We want to empower players to, you know, create, just contribute to shaping this world. And we want to do it with like a sustainable economy. We don't really want to like push players adoption, player acquisition with unsustainable financial rewards. We rather want to do that through, you know, cool gameplay. That is going to be a factor of financial rewards, of course. But the main reason why we want people to play our game is that it's fun, simple. So yeah, this is like the basic process of capturing the characters from around the world. So they will spawn around the city, and you will attempt to capture them. They will basically make your kind of Jacks. Their name is Jacks, so they will make your Jacks army essentially, which you can use to then compete with others. So yeah, you can play battles. We're gonna have a 3D battle available, but also an AR battle like this one. Obviously, there will be adjustments. There will be more effects, cooler mechanics. But yeah, that's the concept. And then develop your land. So we want to allow players to grow and pin these actual buildings on top of the real world. So the cool thing is that we want to essentially create a persistent layer of augmented reality. So all this stuff will be pinned there and will be accessible to other players as well who want to compete with whoever has the control of that tile at that given moment. And then you can trade assets onto the marketplace. So characters will be assets, weapons will be assets, potions will be assets, obviously buildings as well. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are. We want to release the alpha version in the next couple of weeks. So that's coming up, and that's it.
Nice. I'm going to quickly share my screen.
Yep. Stop sharing.
I don't know if it'll work whilst I'm traveling, but let's give it a try anyway. Here we go. Just get to see. Just trying. I am traveling via coach, so. Laptop. Just doing it a little bit. Go.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
this is gonna be huge. This is
Yeah.
gonna be huge to project that.
It's going to take over the whole coach. Okay, so we can see
I can
it
actually
works.
share. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
it
can
does
share
work.
an example.
Yeah, I can share a video which we've made of a mix of like different builds actually. So I can share like a video. I just need to find it quickly for you. Yeah. So I'll share my screen again. So yeah, what you need basically to project like in AR is like a good surface, a good plane. This will be all the buildings. Yeah, mainly outdoors, but you can do that if you keep your flat tidy, you can do it indoor as well. But yeah, this will all be fixed and scalable, so you can scale it up and down in the next in the upcoming build. So yeah, you should be able to view this now. So yeah, this is a quick like puzzle of recordings from the builds. So this is, it's probably a bit blurry right now.
No, we get the gist.
Okay, I don't know why usually. So yeah, you can basically project this AR stuff. This is going to be made in 3D, obviously. So this is the actual 3D model of your tile. So different buildings that you can create. You can capture the jacks, find them around, and then capture. Yeah. Oh.
I'm guessing the capturing the jacks is like the battles.
No, the battles. Yeah, the battles can happen later because you need to collect jacks in order to challenge other players, right? So this is the 3D battle that will be also available. But once you have the band of jacks available, then you can decide which one you want to deploy in the battle against other players. So this will determine whether you keep your tile or you conquer someone else's tile, and yeah, who's basically expanding and who's losing territory. That's that's pretty much it. And yeah, and then what we really want to encourage is also like the development of this land. So we don't want this land to be empty. So where you will be able, and what you will need to do to grow a stronger realm is to develop your tile with buildings, with structures, which then helps you farm resources, helps you upgrade your characters, helps you defend your land, and so on and so forth. So it's basically a strategy game where the gaming world is the real world.
This is where I think a lot of people don't see. I'm going to read that. I want to just say the potential of this out loud to people. Think of the Fortnites, Minecrafts, or Roblox, all sandboxes, all of these games where they're building it. People will be able to use this game to be able to take the assets that they build in those games as NFTs and upload them into Jackbox Game and put them as real world assets in real world locations and kind of mark their territory in a virtual space, saying, this is my area, this is my assets that I've built. So when you actually really understand what's been built here and the potential when it comes to IP partners and what can be done, crazy exciting times for Tiziano. We're super excited to be involved from the start, and yeah, that's where I'm super excited to begin this 20 hours of business development and see where we can take this.
Exactly. No, you definitely hit the spot. Actually, you definitely hit the spot, because I think not only you've got the IP potential, but this can extend like well beyond gaming only. You know, like you can, or better, you can include like different different aspects of the real life, you know, into the gaming world. So you can basically have local businesses having their own tile of land, having their own assets available and display them, make them interactive to their own customers. So for example, we're looking at restaurants recently. They can essentially create like tailored experiences, immersive experiences accessible through augmented reality, being at the actual locations, or just, like brands. So imagine like within the game, like you have Adidas in Sandbox, for example. You will have Adidas in Jack game displayed at, I don't know, Trafalgar Square, you know, a real location, like a virtual shop within the game, which allows you to buy, for example, sponsored and branded items, branded weapons, branded skins, and so on and so forth. So definitely, there's a lot of potential for brands, for local businesses, for artists as well, especially for artists and creators. Like create something that would be, you know, in the real world, will be accessible to anyone in the real world, interactive, made interactive to other players. So yeah, it's a lot of different, you know, actors that can be involved into this gaming space, into this evolving gaming environment. And we really want to do that. We really want to involve as many people as possible, digital creators. We're starting trying to get them on board as well. We had a partnership with UAL. So they've built some of the students have built some of the buildings, some of the structures that you will see in the next APK. So exciting times, definitely. We want to involve people. We want to you know, create an environment where everyone can express themselves, create, expand, have fun, and maybe earn a little bit of crypto as well. Why not? I think you've muted, mate.
What would you say is next? What do you need? What's the next steps? What's the things that you're looking for? So if anyone's watching right now, because this is also on YouTube Live as well. If anyone's watching, what is it that you'd say you need or that you're looking for?
Yeah, so the very next thing for us is to complete the development of this alpha version, which is going to be a good showcase of all what the game features will be. And then the very next after then is to basically leverage the effort that we've put into the development of this, because this has all been bootstrapped so far. So it's all been, you know, our own resources, our own time, and capabilities. So we want to expand it. We want to raise some money, which allows us to keep developing, to bring it to a beta version, to have like an open beta testing where players from anywhere can really access the game and, you know, give us feedback, start populating the world, start playing on top of the world. So yeah, that's the next step for us. Complete the development of alpha and use it to raise some funds and, you know, keep building, expanding the team, bringing this to the next stage.
Does anyone have any questions? Ben, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Or is he driving? He's driving. Okay. Ninja, do you have any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a question.
Double.
Yeah, so very insightful project. Like let's say for example, like if one wants to get involved, anyone had any like ideas, what would be the best way to go about it?
But say it again, sorry, mate. I didn't quite get that.
Say for example, like if someone had ideas, say if I wanted to like maybe like contribute ideas and then get more involved, what would be the best way to go about it?
Yeah, no, definitely reach out to me, reach out to the team. It really depends, obviously, on, you know, like what kind of contribution you want to bring on board. But because the approach that we had from the very beginning was to try and, you know, like welcome anyone who wants to, you know, just contribute, because this is an evolving world which we all want to shape together. So yeah, reach out if you're like a creator, that's a lot that can be done, you know, like populate the world with assets. If you're a developer, you can help us develop. Obviously, we are at this stage where, you know, it's all bootstrap, so it's a lot of work, and we still need to actually like pick the fruit. Obviously, winning this competition was like a first kind of step in this direction, so it's very nice. It's very welcome. But yeah, so if you want, anyone who wants to help us out, just, you know, reach out.
Are you on LinkedIn? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I'll share my LinkedIn here.
Have you guys built your community yet, like your Telegram and your Discord, where people could literally just join now?
Yeah, we have actually started. We have started putting together the social media. We have some content there, so yeah, we have. I will share actually.
Sorry. Specifically, have you built a Telegram or Discord that somebody can join, like a group chat, a public group chat? Is that
okay? That needs to be taken. So yeah, we have. Yeah.
Let me make it very clear. For all Web3, for all NFT communities, I believe, this is just my opinion, I'm not a expert on NFTs. I'm just a Web3 practitioner and investor in crypto of 8 years. I believe that the Discord and or Telegram, WeChat, whatever, the group chat is even more important than the social media if it was a binary choice when it comes to the NFT projects, because what you don't need is, okay, let me make it binary. Which is better, having 50 collectors or 1,000 followers? It's definitely 50 collectors, 50 active people that really want to make this work. And the problem is that like with a lot of games, they look for the kind of like following and clout first. That's a very Web2 mindset. The Web3 mindset should be, how can I get as many people to mind my language, fuck with this idea, yeah, and on board in their brain and be a collector rather than get following. So I would say in Web3, it's 100x times more important to build community before social media presence. And then social media presence should all be about getting people into the community. So I'll prioritize that.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, you're right. So yeah, definitely, if you have like a community, no matter how big that is, but people who actually want to contribute, you know, people who want to help you shape it, and then they support you, and then they buy, they create, they sell, whatever they want to do. But yeah, if you have like a community that is active, that's our objective, you know, and also like involving students, involving creators, that's the final objective, you know, create like an active community, which is going to expand, I think, progressively. We don't expect like a billion people right away, because obviously, you know, when you develop everything from scratch, it's
one by one.
One by one, exactly. That's how we
can, discuss some of this with Tiziano, because he's got 20 hours of business development with us now.
Actually,
so
we're gonna leverage for sure.
Yeah. So Ninja,
I would be happy to give you I would be happy to give you 1 to 3 hours of my time as part of the 20-hour deal. If you like the way that I do things, I'm very cutthroat and straight talking. I give you that big brother love.
Amazing. That's perfect. There's nothing better. Nothing better at all than that.
Perfect. Yeah, guys, I think this one, we should keep short and sweet and let this episode just belong to Jackbox Game and Tiziano. Ninja, thoughts? Do you want to cover anything else, or just want to wrap it up there?
I can't lie. I did work quite hard on the tweet string, so I think it would be a shame to not cover it.
I was going to save it for next week, but okay, go on, cover it.
No, but you can go. Like, I'm based.
Okay, cool. All right, no worries.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you cover it. All right, no worries, guys.
problem.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that's watching on the YouTube. Subscribe. Anyone that's watching on the live, please go and like and subscribe this on YouTube. And comment below. Big love, everybody. See you in a bit. Bye.
Okay, Tiziano, are you locked in with me? Have you got 15, 20 minutes?
Of course.
Okay, let's get it. Okay, so Tiziano, let me ask you, as an operator of this space, how familiar or unfamiliar are you with VFriends?
Slightly unfamiliar, I would say.
Out of 10, how familiar would you be? I'm like 5, 6 right now. I'd say I've done a good few hours research, maybe like 6, 7 hours now.
I'll gladly hear your intros on this.
Okay. So let's get it, guys. Okay, so again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto expert. I'm definitely not an NFT expert. Out of everything in crypto, like when it comes to, I guess you could say, like the tech side, business management, partnerships, bit of VC work, trading, NFTs is definitely not my absolute strongest point. Especially when it comes kind of to the PFP game, I'm kind of more music NFTs. I say all that disclaimer because what I personally like to do on Blockchain Sensei Twitter, and sometimes my own, is that I like to just publicly share my research and the actual source of where I got this research. So let's get it. Here are some notes on VFriends, which is Gary V's NFT collection. So what we like to do at Blockchain Sensei is that we like to quote the CEO, because there's nothing better to quote than from the horse's mouth, right? So this is the actual link where I got these actual quotes. My plan for VFriends over the next 45 years. I'm 45 years old as of this video. He might be 46 now. Don't shoot me. Now I get to go for 45 years to build my IP. I have 45 years to make these 286 characters mean something in culture, TV, video games, streetwear, consumer packaged goods, which I think will have massive impact on the NFT itself. Oh, let's go back to this, right? So VFriends released a card collection with a company called Zero Cool. Now, you know what's really interesting about Zero Cool is that you would think that Gary V would collaborate with a known trading card company, right? But the first VFriends trading cards that he released was not under a known entity. It was under a new entity. If we actually go to the Zero Cool website, they literally say that the first project, if not the first, one of the first, was in collaboration with VFriends. There's a YouTube video of them talking about it. Now, I'll be honest, I myself was not paying attention to VFriends so much in March 2022. My head was in somewhere else. I wish I did, because this was an extremely undervalued physical trading card collection. We can see on StockX that it's being sold right now for £2,500, and total trading range is not a lot, £3,000, right? Anybody could go sweep the floor. No financial advice. So what I'm saying is, I want people to look out for some kind of like Zero Cool and VFriends trading card NFT collection. I don't have any rumors on it, but that's what I would. I feel like that's what will be the next appropriate move, especially because this was so slept on and undervalued. Okay, so yeah, that's just some data sets with regards to the VFriend NFT collection. And to actually quote Gary V himself on this YouTube video, which I watched in full. In this video, on this particular video, on this actual video, he said, from the second I started drawing VFriends, which, just to remind you guys, if you haven't actually seen the collection, this is VFriends Series 1. And as you can see, the drawings are pretty basic. There's 268 drawings, and Gary V says, again from the horse's mouth, from the second I started drawing VFriends, in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, there's going to be cards, right? When and how? Okay, so the Series 1 dropped in May 2021. There was 10,255 NFTs against 268 characters, and one of the utilities was VCon. So VCon 2002 happened between May the 19th and May 2022. VCon 2023 happened between May 18th and May 2020. 5,000 people attended. And mind you, the only way you could attend was to be a VFriends holder, or be friends with a specific VFriends holder that has the utility on gifting tickets. More on that in a moment. So in VCon 2023, there were 65 panelists, including LVMH, Louis Vuitton chairman and CEO Anish Mulwani, Bobby Brown of Jones Road, and the CMO of JP Morgan Chase. The chief marketing officer of JP Morgan, one of the biggest asset management companies in the world, went to VCon 2023, which you could not have purchased tickets for. You had to literally be an NFT holder, of which there's only allegedly, I say allegedly because you know people have double wallets, allegedly 5,000 owners. And then there's a few NFTs from VFriends 1 where you have the power to gift. But more on that in a second. VCon 2023, there was 13 separate NFT-centered activations on Art Gallery. Now, this is the alpha here. More than 10 experiences courtesy of VCon's partners, including Bose, MetaQuest, Visa, Pepsi. So the alpha is watch out for Bose, MetaQuest, Visa, and Pepsi NFTs and/or their NFTs in collaboration with VFriends or just in general coming out potentially. Okay, back to the thread. I'm gonna whiz through some information here. Oh, where's the tweet string? Where's my tweets gone? So, one second. Bam, 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 bam. So in 2022, Gary Vee quoted that he's going to build one of the most important intellectual properties in the history of mankind. Again, not financial advice, but I would definitely bet a few $1,000s. Right now, this is less than $4,000. What's 1.86 Ethereum? Let this history be in dollars. Well, less than $4,000, 1,700 times 2, 3,400. So for about $3,000, you can bet one of the most influential men in the world right now. And he literally said over a year ago, he's going to build one of the most intellectual properties in the history of mankind. Do I believe Gary Vee? Yes. Finally, we won't go too into it, but I gave you guys the source. So here's the source. VFriends have an official Medium site called blog.vfriends.com. This is where you can get official updates. As you can see, they're pretty regular. And we know people spend, look, guys, people spend 1 hour. Mr. Mosca, have you ever spent 1 hour scrolling on social media and regretted it?
Well, yeah, probably.
I do it every week. Do you think people would regret spending 17 minutes reading 3 articles about VFriends? No. Do you think people would get 50? Look, this will take you 15 minutes. This will take you 15 minutes. What? For 1 hour of your life, you can read 6 articles directly from the horse's mouth. Guys, I'm not an NFT expert. I'm just pointing you towards the actual information. Okay, so if we just go quickly to the rarity, we won't go too into it, but inside the 10,000-ish NFTs, 9,400 are admission tokens, 555 gift tokens, and 300 are access tokens. Within the admission tokens, which again is applied 9,400, the least rare are the white background ones, brown backgrounds, a bit rarer. Very rare are the orange backgrounds, and the epic are the green backgrounds. So if I just show you guys real quick, if I filter the epic, as you can see, it's the green ones. If I filter the very rare, it's the orange ones. Orange, yeah. And as you can see, the floor price increases each time. So if I go to the core, which is the ones with the white background, they're as cheap as 1.86 ETH. And then if I go to rare, which again here says the brown background, the cheapest is 2.15. And if I go to the spectacular, which here it says the orange background, the minimum is 6.49. So damn, these are very, very rare. And then we go to very rare. And they're actually a bit cheaper. So yeah, this is one way to navigate around OpenSea. I'll be honest, guys. I've purchased about 30 NFTs in my life. So again, not an expert. But that's one way to navigate through OpenSea. Hopefully that was a quick 10, 11 minutes spray alpha on some VFriends research. But guys, I'm still in the VFriends trenches. As we said last week, just to update you guys, there's an asset management company who we don't want to name publicly yet, but I can publicly announce that this is the first asset management company where Blockchain Sensei is not a educator for, but is the educator for. I can confirm that 7 Ethereum has been deployed in an NFT wallet. The asset management company are considering investing in VFriends, and if they choose to do so, we'll be very public about their investment, which we advised on, not advised, educated on, because we never give advice. But Mr. Mosca, before we wrap up, let me hear any of your thoughts.
Yeah, no, I think that's very interesting. And when you say actually like spend time like reading stuff, I think it's always interesting to read from the people who are read and hear and learn from the people who are actually doing this. Which is, I think, what makes the difference, because you can read a lot of stuff around, but when you actually go through this with the eyes of who's building it, and maybe interact with it with them, it was really interesting, we're used to see things once they are at their final stage. That's the thing, once things get famous, then we all like, wow, that's amazing, these guys are doing so great. They don't know when I was back in time and those guys were not doing that amazing, they were at the early stages. So that's where you want to be.
Mosca, I'm a huge believer in legacy content, right? So right now, NFT Fridays, it's just me, you, Dubbin, and like 2 people live on YouTube. Last week's episode got 23 views, but we have had some NFT Fridays where there's been 20 people in the room and the replays had 100, right? But it's the legacy. As you put out see, we gave you a platform to speak. Your face is now out there, right? So now history is going to look back in 6 to 7 months and then see how much work did you put in. We've done this webinar every single week for a year and a half, right? That's consistency. Now people can look, even though there's an ebb and flow, there's always an ebb and flow. This is why I love the bear market, right? I love it when like we always say, some of our best content is the one with the least amount of views.
No, definitely.
And that's how you add the value, because Gary Vee's been putting out content for 15 years, 20 years. He was one of the first adopters of YouTube. We can look back at his videos 15 years ago where he was reviewing wine, and there's hundreds of videos. And
you're right.
That's the reason why VFriends has value.
I think yeah, no,
he turns up.
Consistency, legacy, it's really crucial. It's really crucial. You see, if you just go with like, like I've got a lot of views today, but then your efforts is dependent on that, then it's hard, but it should be there all the time, like you're doing this for 1.5 years, you're always here, every Friday, every inviting people, speaking
so
about
I understand why people are, everyone's enjoying the British summer right now.
So yeah, no, definitely, that's a crucial part. That's a crucial part of it, and that's how step by step you build the community, you build engagement, and then when hopefully history will look back and see where it all started. So yeah, hopefully
100%.
This will be the route.
I don't know what's exactly been agreed with regards to you winning 20 hours of business development or whatever. I'll let Mr. Harding lead with that, because I know that you're much more familiar with him than me. But if you want to include me within this business development and you want 1 or 2 hours from me, let me know, and I'd be more than help you as much as I can with your project, with my intellectual property. And it's very important, guys, to understand that when I speak, or Mr. Harding speaks, or Key speaks, they're representing Blockchain Sensei, but they're also representing their own thoughts. That's why if you follow a lot of C-suite executives, right? C-suite, I mean like chief marketing officer, chief investment officer, a lot of them will have on their Twitter, my thoughts are my own. This is why it's important to come up with your own evaluations. Yeah, I'm not going to go into investing theses, etc., but I have my own investment theses and practices that go against Warren Buffett's and Mr. Harding's way of doing it. And this is why in this space, it's so important to collaborate And if there's one thing that I want our guest here to take away is to get started on that Discord and or Telegram, because I promise you that
Actually,
group chat,
definitely.
that those 5, 10, 20, 25 collectors, way more important than the first
Sharing
5,000
here
followers.
actually I'm sharing here the links. We got Discord as well. We've put all the content there.
Perfect.
We're looking to, you know, boost it with your help.
I'm going to join the Discord right now, and then
Yeah,
the
please
Discord
do.
will be in the Discord will be in the description, guys. This is amazing. Yes.
So yeah, we got the initial like intro content there, and we're just looking to grow it now.
Yes,
And yeah,
yes,
website as well, actually. Website Jackgame.app, which is what just shown you.
Yeah, all these descriptions will be in Shahid, we're actually about to wrap up. Yes, thank you for connecting his audio. This is our friend. He's been a Bitcoin miner since 2015. He was mining Ethereum early, Zcash and Bitcoin. Shahid, how are you doing, sir? Unfortunately, we're about to wrap up, but I appreciate you coming to say hello.
No problem. Sorry, I just got the message off Ed. How you doing? You all right?
I'm good, sir. I was just telling my friend here, who is go on, do you want to tell him who you are? I'd rather you say hello yourself.
Yeah. Hi, hello. Nice to see you. Nice to hear you here. Yeah. So basically, we just joined the game jam, and that these amazing guys have made available with our game, Jack Game. So we're basically building a strategy game on top of the real world. With augmented reality, you'll be able to take control of real world tiles of land and develop them into your own economy, and then challenge other players to expand your kind of realm, your empire, and just you know, excel in your area. So yeah, that's what we've been discussing a little bit of augmented reality, blockchain, gaming as well. And yeah, we've been sharing a few thoughts here and there about upcoming projects as well, other than our game. So yeah, looking forward to work with the guys at Blockchain Sensei to, you know, boost this and bring it to the next level.
Yes, sir. Shahid, unfortunately, we don't have time for questions because we need to wrap this up. Shahid, the replay will be on YouTube. Guys, the description is below for the Discord. I want everyone who watched this replay that got to the end, that's listening to me right now, before you follow the Twitter, before you follow the Instagram, before you add them on LinkedIn, click on the Discord first. Click on the Discord, say hello and say, I watched this YouTube video. And the reason why I say this is because this video is going to be online for the next 100 years. Hopefully it will never be taken down, right? So in the year 2000, if you're listening to this in the year 2031, right, when this game is by, you know, the higher powers successful, right? Because that's what we hope, not financial advice, but that's what we hope, that's what we pray for, right? We hope everyone develops. Join that Discord and say, I watched this video from 2023 and I'm joining the Discord first, because Ninja said, don't follow the Twitter first. Don't follow the Instagram first. You can do all of that. We love Instagram, Twitter. We love Web2. We don't hate Web2 in Web3, but this is the Web3 mindset that I want people to adopt. Build a community over followers. That's the major takeaway from me. Community over followers. Collectors over followers.
Definitely active contributors, I would say. Active contributors, people who want to shape with us. That's the message. Definitely, that's a whole parallel world to build. Shape it with us.
Quickly, quick question. On your Discord group, do you have a channel where it's like an ideas channel where people can put their ideas?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we do have a channel which can be used for that. But please just drop your ideas, drop your thought, drop how you would like to contribute. That's the space for everything.
Guys, let me sell you guys a dream. Imagine a world where you can contribute to a community And then your intellectual property ideas are actually valued so much amongst the community, especially amongst the community decision makers, that you then get onboarded into a team by accident and then become a shareholder of that intellectual property. This world has never been possible before, and this is one of the possibilities of Web3. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for everyone watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe. Most importantly, join the Discord. Let's see where we can take Jack Game, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you very much, guys.